And you were just listening to Into the Mystic from Van Morrison's Moondance. And you're listening to Between the Lines with Anne Forbes Cooper, and my guests today are Elizabeth Henry, actor, playwright and writer, and Brian Petti, award-winning playwright, actor and director, and we're going to hear a scene from his new play called Banshee.
Relax, Ma.
But I saw him.
Come on, sit down.
He was right there, in the flesh.
Do you want some tea?
Tea? Sure, didn't I just come face to face with your father's ghost, and you expect me to drink a cup of tea?
Sorry, Ma.
Well, put it on, then. Oh, you should have seen him standing there at the end of me bed. His red hair was glowing like a lit match in a dark room. He had his hair again. He was wearing the suit we buried him in, except it had all its buttons, and there weren't any holes in it.
Maybe there's a tailor in heaven.
Don't you mock me. I tell you, I saw him. He had the same flower in his lapel, only now 'twere brilliant white, whiter than any white you've ever seen. It outshone the Sacred Heart of Jesus nightlight over me bed.
Jeez, that thing's like a lighthouse beacon.
Don't I know it? I tell you, he took me breath away. I'm finding it hard to breathe still.
That might be the 2 packs a day, Ma.
I should have never told you. I should have stayed in there with the spirit and let him drag me away to kingdom come. At least then I wouldn't have to suffer your fresh mouth. Look at these hands shaking like a leaf. With cigarettes been making me do that, my nerves half worn away, and all you can do is stand there and crack wise. What have I done to deserve such a fate? Is the tea done?
Almost, Ma. Now listen, when you saw Pop, you looked pretty good, right? And that's not a bad thing. Maybe he just popped in to let you know he was okay. Maybe he was just checking up on you. It doesn't have to be all gloom and doom, you know.
Sure, he wasn't in your room. You didn't have to hear his voice.
He spoke to you? What did he say?
Nothing important.
Ma.
Now you take it for earnest, do you? Now it's not a figment of me imagination.
I never said it was, Ma.
'Twere implied. I'm just a crazy old bat you'll be shipping off to a home someday soon.
Ma, I gotta be up at 6 tomorrow.
Sure, you go get your sleep. You and that girl can be doing God knows what in me kitchen until all hours. But God forbid your own mother is scared out of her wits at an inconvenient time of day.
Ma, will you just tell me what Pop said?
I don't think I should.
Why not?
You won't like it.
What won't I like? Did he say something about me?
What does it matter anyway? It's all in me head.
Enough, Ma. Tell me what he said about me.
Oh, I said nothing about you.
About who, then?
I'm not exactly sure. I have me suspicions, mind
For
you.
God's sake, Ma, would you tell me what he said?
Just one word. Banshee.
Banshee?
Shh! Stifle yourself, she might hear you.
Ma, it was just a dream.
Oh, no. No. It was a visitation.
What's the difference?
Your father, God rest his soul and committed to heaven, appeared to me for a good reason. He means to warn me.
About a banshee?
For Christ's sake, keep your voice down. Would you tempt the devil himself?
Aren't they supposed to be out haunting in the woods somewhere? What would one be doing in a 4th floor walk-up?
How should I know? Sure, I wasn't the one who brought it up.
Well, maybe you heard wrong. I mean, could Pop have said bed sheets instead?
Are you daft? Sure, why would the man be talking about bed sheets? Didn't I make the bed every day for 40 years? Now, in the hereafter, he decides he wants to come and talk to me about the sheets.
All right, but maybe he said something else entirely.
I know what the man said. He said that word, clear as a bell. He looked straight into me. Sure, I can still see the ocean blue of his eyes whenever I close me own. It's like they were trying to say something to me, but they lacked the voice to do so. He was warning me, I tell you. He was determined to get that one word out with all the breath he had left. I felt him struggling. After all those years of marriage, you know when the man is trying to impart something important. Oh, I can hardly stop myself from shaking just thinking about it.
All right, Ma. Have a sip of tea. So, Pop came back to warn you about that word. What do you think he meant by it?
You don't understand.
Understand what?
I knew I shouldn't have told you.
When did you know that? When you woke me up from a dead sleep? What does it mean, Ma?
The Banshee. She's a woman.
You're like a witch.
No, not like a witch altogether. She's a spirit, a vengeful harbinger of death. She comes like the wind in the trees, and souls are destroyed in her wake. When she screams that horrible, cursed howl of hers, not a soul can hope to survive her.
And?
It's that girl.
Who? You mean Kara?
Yes.
Oh, for the love of all that's holy, Ma.
Well, who else could it be?
Well, how about anybody else in the world?
She's the only one. It makes sense.
Why? Because you don't like her?
I don't dislike the girl. Sure, I wouldn't have an unkind word to say about her altogether if she weren't trying to steal your soul.
It was a dream, Ma. Kara is not a banshee.
Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Banshee, come get me.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women.
Look at me, Ma.
Don't interrupt me, I'm praying.
Tell Mary you'll get back to her.
Don't you dare! Laugh at me visitation at your own peril, but don't you ever make light of my religion. If you had more prayer in your life, maybe you wouldn't have...
Wouldn't have what, Ma?
Wouldn't have had so much pain in your life. Wouldn't have brought this scourge upon yourself.
I know what my scourge is.
Sure, what might you mean by that?
Nothing, Ma.
Don't tell me nothing. I have ears enough to hear. Is that what they taught you in that place? How to lay all your troubles at your mother's feet? What have I ever done but tried to help you? Sure, aren't I trying to do such right now?
By telling me my girlfriend's a monster?
By passing on your father's warning. Do you think I asked him to come to me in the middle of the night and say what he said? Sure, what am I but the messenger?
I'm going back to bed.
After the fright I had, would you leave me here to face kingdom come with nothing but a cup of tea?
You want toast, too?
Honour thy mother! May God forgive your ashed tongue!
Yeah, I don't think he's been in a forgiving mood lately.
Oh, so now everything is God's fault.
No, Ma. It's all my fault. I put myself exactly where I ended up. But somehow, here I am on the other side, and for the first time in years, it feels like I might be able to get back all that time that I lost. So what happens? My mother insists that my girlfriend is a mythical Irish harbinger of death who's intent on destroying my soul. I don't know if God is behind this little development, but if he is, he certainly has a fantastic sense of irony. So if it's all the same to you, I think I'll retreat to my bed and try to reassemble the shambles of my life.
Haven't you forgotten something?
What's that, Ma?
Me toast.
That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Who's the Banshee now?
And you've just been listening to a scene from Banshee, a new play by Brian Petti, which opens at the New York Fringe International Festival this Sunday, starring